Hello guys, thank you for watching this video. So in this video I will go over fake parts available on eBay and Amazon. I will talk about the consequences of using fake parts from personal experience, and I will give you some website tips, some websites that will help you in determining if a part is fake, and also finally I will give you a step-by-step guide to determine if a part is fake or not. Okay, let's start. So down here we have two parts. They both seem Toyota. If you look at the boxes, they pretty much look identical. Boxes look identical, and so if you look at even at the logos here, very good job here, very good job there. Which is one real, which one's fake? I will tell you very quickly. So first of all, from the box, it's pretty much impossible to tell which one is real, which one is fake, except for, I'm going to show you one detail. Detail number one. So look at this. So the part number is identical. The barcode is identical. The writing at the bottom is pretty much very similar. But one big difference, and this is huge, one part says water pump and one says valve assembly. So this is the right description of the part. This is wrong. This is, let's say, generic. It's incorrect. Okay, so again, excellent job as far as the box is. But first of all, so this box, even the dimension is the same dimension as far as length, a little bit wider, but unbelievable good job. Also, the one coming from Toyota is lighter. This is a darker, more recycled. Anyway, these guys are doing a pretty good job, apparently. Now, let's look at the parts. So this versus that. Okay, so pretty good job. But let's go over some clear difference. Number one. Okay, no, let's say I'm not an expert. Let's put it that way. I'm not an expert as I've become now. So if you turn around these parts and you look at this writing here, and this is the original, is identical to the writing here, identical. Then let's flip this part over here. Okay, so this round part here, as the writing says Denko, this is a Denso part. It says Denko. Now we flip over this other part here. Again, we compare, and it says same thing, Denko. Now let's talk about the differences. So first of all, if we look at this part here, and this is the original, you put your fingers, it feels super smooth. You put your fingers here, it feels rough. So this is brand new part, and this easy thing as this circle here, this it's called a cap, it's actually not really well made. And again, on an original part you have attention to detail. Every single thing is built with great attention to detail. Everything is high quality, and we're talking just about the external of the part. So we can't open it, so we don't know what's inside. But if on the in the external there are some things that are not precise, you can imagine the inside. So again, so this is a big red flag. Now let's talk about another red flag. I flip it over. So this is the original part, and there is a number here. It says 04094, probably 04, and we have two dots here. These are the quality control dots, If we flip this other one over, interesting, let's put it the same way. There are no quality control dots, they're missing. There is no number here, I believe it's a manufacturing number. So you wonder why? Again, another red flag. But bottom line, I want to bring your attention to the fact that nowadays Chinese fake parts manufacturers are becoming extremely good at what they're doing. So again, a part with correct wording. Again, the font is slightly different. This is the original. This is the counterpart, the fake. The font is slightly different. And also, if you put your finger over, this feels somehow high quality. This feels like it's been scratched. That's the main difference. So two different tools. This tool is like a printing tool. This is a scratching tool. So it's been scratched after the part has been produced, while here has been again printed with the part. So again, very little details, but okay, let's talk about my experience. So bottom line, if you use a part that is not original, there can be big risks, because obviously it won't last as long. It can give you problems. It can give you check engine problems. So in my case, I used a part that was not original, and it did not last at all. And so I ordered the part on eBay, and again, I contacted the seller and I told him about my doubts. The seller obviously tried to pretend that the part was original, but in the end, when I confronted him on all the details, he just refunded me, no question asked. He knew that I knew that this was a fake. Another detail that I want to show you, so the original part again uses nice Phillips screws, while the counterpart here, they use this, I believe, Allen wrench type of screws. And again, no reason why they would do that if the original is like this. And I can tell you, so this was the part I took off my car. Now on my car, I already installed a new part. I bought it from the dealer at discounted price, and it's identical to this one. Same screws, same quality control markings, number here, a certain number here, and like I said, this piece here, very smooth. This cap, very smooth to the touch, while this again is rough. Okay, so I want to give you some tips on how to identify fake parts when you buy them off eBay or even Amazon. So number one, there are some websites that from the manufacturer that they help you to identify fakes. So for example, Denso, if you go on their website, they do have a web page that really goes through all the red flags. But I can tell you, even for example, spark plugs manufacturers like NGK, they do have a section that talks about fakes. So I recommend going to those pages. Now, finally, let's go through like a step-by-step list to determine if a part is a fake or not. So let's say you bought something from Amazon and or off eBay, and you want to make sure before you install it that is a true, genuine part. So number one, you need to get pictures of the original part, or the OEM, or from the dealer. The best would be if you really could get the part, the original. So if you take it out of your car and you know that's original, that's a great way to start. Once you have the part, you just start comparing side by side, and you need to be extremely precise. So like I said, in this case, you go over the screws. Do they use the same screws? Yes or no? Then You go to the original, you look at all the branding. Does the counterpart has the same branding? Yes, it does. Very good. Then you turn on the next side and you do the same thing. Do you see any, do you notice any differences? Then you turn on the other side, same thing. Again, you look for brandings, you look for differences in the parts themselves. Example, the plug. Example, the support. And again, the ends of all the plastic. Again, in this case, for example, there is a branding on this. So usually the smallest branding are the hardest to reproduce for fakers. So on this round part here, coincidence, there is no branding. And so this pretty much wraps up this video. And conclusions. I want to tell you that number one, you need to be very careful when you buy from Amazon or eBay. You need to, like I said, verify that the part that they send you is at least visually identical to the one that you bought, that the dealer produces. And then you need to keep in mind the consequences, because if you use a part that's not genuine, okay, a part like, for example, an air filter or some other oil filter, those are parts that are not really vital. On the other hand, for example, this is a cooling component, so if your cooling fails, it could really, do thousands of dollars in damages. So you need to think of that. Even the spark plugs could be a very delicate component. Also, remember always about labor costs. So if you do buy a cheap part that's not original and you need to replace it again in 6 months or even a year or even 2 years, you will have to pay for labor again. So keep that in mind. If you're keeping your car for a longer time, my recommendation is use genuine parts. Thank you for watching this video. If you think it was useful, please give it a thumbs up and share with your friends. Have a good day. Bye.